And now, the general weather around Alaska.
A winter weather advisory out for St. Lawrence Island and the Bering Sea coast here. Again, Savunga, Gamble, Wales, Steller, and Tin City, as well as Shishmaref there for the snow and blowing snow conditions slowly improving there. But that's out at least for a portion of the night tonight. Otherwise, eastern Arctic coast, winter weather advisory there as well for the same conditions. And winter weather advisories here for the Koyukuk Valley. And then winter storm warning continues until 9 p.m. this evening for the area about the White Mountains here up across the Yukon Flats. And in that area, Chuck Yitzhak, Fort Yukon, those locations. And that's for about another 1 to 3 inches of snowfall tonight or this evening. And then the morning should end about 9 p.m. And down to the south now, another winter storm warning for heavy snow out for Haines and the Klondike Highway. And from there, going to satellite imagery, you can see a lot of shower activity coming up to the North Gulf Coast, low pressure back here toward Kodiak Island, and moisture coming westward here into Prince William Sound. But snow ending over Cook Inlet, northern Cook Inlet today, with some clearing going on down toward Kenai and in toward Kodiak Island here. And light snow diminishing over much of south central Alaska today, and snow also starting to taper off, but not any completely here up in the eastern interior. Out to the west, cold temperatures, still had gusty north winds here blowing through the Bering Strait, down along the coastline here to the Alaska Peninsula, but all that diminishing, really coming down here for the Pribilofs ahead of this next big storm out there to the west that's advancing eastward and pushing a narrow ridge of high pressure in toward the Pribilof Islands and the eastern Aleutians. Still had winds gusting anywhere from 35 to 50 miles an hour today over the Alaska Peninsula. Pretty breezy conditions along the coast with temperatures anywhere from 5 below to 10 above out here. Warmest, of course, along the Bering Strait coast, Bering Sea coast here. And driest in the west, areas of snow, several inches falling in the Fairbanks area. And snow, maybe even some blowing snow occurring through the passes of the Brooks Range there, but amounts up there very light. And here's that next front with a pretty tight pressure gradient here, mostly up over the northwest Bering Sea there. Still some gusty winds up to 50, 55 miles an hour there and gusts ahead of that front with rain, warmer temperatures pushing into the mid to upper 40s out there toward the west behind the warm front. And low pressure here, Gulf of Alaska, kept diminishing snow showers going across south central Alaska, continuing today. And southwest flow keeps that wet weather pattern in place across the southeast coast. For tonight, that doesn't change much. Another kind of a frontal boundary here. Warm front keeps periods of rain for the Panhandle with gusty winds over the southern southeast coast. Precipitation, though, may end over toward the Dixon Entrance area, possibly at Metlakatla, Annette Island, eastward toward Hyder and Stewart in those areas, but stays wet all the way up to the North Gulf Coast. And snow showers should end here for the Kenai Peninsula, Cook Inlet, Manuscus, the Sitna Valley, and diminishing snow showers, but areas of light snow continue over the eastern interior all the way up again to the eastern Arctic coast. And for the west coast here, much lighter winds, cold temperatures, and maybe some clearing, especially out to the coastline here northward. Definitely a lot better conditions here for the St. Lawrence Island area in across the Seward Peninsula, the Noatak Valley, and the northwest coast there. This system pushes gale force winds, rain into the central Aleutians with increasing snow and rain late tonight for the Pribilofs and late this evening for Nikolsky there into the eastern Aleutians on Alaska, probably waiting till late tonight or tomorrow morning to get in on the warmer temperatures behind the warm front there. As winds turn southwest, snow changes to rain and extends back toward the front, becoming showery, mixing with the cold air behind the front, mixing with snow again for Adak and Atka. Snow showers back toward Shimia. Snow and blowing snow up into St. Lawrence or St. Matthew Island. Still well south of St. Lawrence Island. Pretty nice day up there tomorrow. Light winds and no precipitation. Same thing for the Bering Strait coast and south central Alaska. Partly sunny skies tomorrow with lighter winds. Cold temperatures continue. And for this low in the Gulf of Alaska, pretty much holding in place but weakening. Another low pressure area tracks northward here. That'll bring pretty good winds along the coast of the Panhandle with another round of rain, heavy at times, and another round of heavy snow up for the Haynesboro and the Klondike Highway. And then for Friday, that low pulls off into Canada. The front edges eastward there and weakens. Another trough, though, keeps it showery, but wind's pretty light now across the southeast coast. Weak warm front here spreads warmer conditions with snow changing into rain for Kodiak Island, increasing chances of snow here for the western North Gulf Coast into southern Cook Inlet. Remnants of that front out west there spread snow, quite an area of snow over southwest Alaska here. Some of that may be blowing and drifting around. Snow and blowing snow for St. Lawrence Island, spreading into Norton Sound and up to the south coast of the Seward Peninsula. Snow and snow showers cover a good portion of the Bering Sea on Friday with low pressure tracking to near Atka Island. So snow and snow showers will be a little bit enhanced with that feature there. And looking at the lows tonight, below zero, Copper River Basin, 10 to 20 below, 5 to 15 below in the central interior, all the way up to the Arctic coast with single numbers, or 5 to 10 for the lows along the southwest coast, below zero inland, minus 11 at Bethel, and in the 20s for the Alaska Peninsula, milder 30s to lower 40s out over the Aleutians, as well as the Panhandle, dropping down to near freezing around Haines and Yakutat tonight, but 5 below to 5 above here for south central Alaska. And for the highs tomorrow, 10 to 15 or 5 to 15 for south central Alaska, staying below zero in the Copper River Basin and well below zero here in the Kuskokwim Valley with below zero readings up to the Arctic coast. Highs near 20 for St. Lawrence Island, mid 30s, so a warm up there, that incoming warm front for the Pribilof Islands, lower 40s for the eastern Aleutians, mid 40s for Adak and Atka, upper 30s northern Panhandle, lower 40s to the south. And the lows for Friday morning, 20 to 30 below in the Copper River Basin, 10 below to 5 above Madanuska-Susitna Valley to the Kenai Peninsula with teens Kodiak Island, and anywhere from 10 to 20 below for Bristol Bay, 20 to 30 below in the Kuskokwim Valley. And you can see below zero temperatures right out to the Bering Sea coast, northward there, in toward Kotzebue, minus 11 there, minus 20, say for Manly Hot Springs. And then the afternoon highs in the 30s to near 40 for the southeast coast, and 10 to 20 south central Alaska, edging above zero in the Copper River Basin, but staying below zero north of the Alaska Range. Single numbers out here to the west. Lower 40s now tracking up into the Alaska Peninsula with mid 30s again for the Pribilofs, and 0 to 5 below western Arctic coast, colder off to the east.